Today I'm going to talk to you about used to. I will explain when to use it, how to use it, and I will give you lots of examples. Used to is for repeated actions in the past, which we don't do now. This means, in English, used to is for talking about things that happened a lot in the past, but don't happen now in the present. For example, people used to travel by horse and cart. This happened a lot in the past, but does not happen now because we have cars. Here is another example. People used to write letters to friends. This was true, but what do you think? Do people do this nowadays? No, because now we usually use our laptops or phones to call, text or email each other. Oldham used to have over 300 mills. Again, this was true, but does it have over 300 mills now? No, it doesn't. There are a few, but now we have more libraries, shopping centres and cinemas. Here's another one. I used to play Ludo when I was a child. However, I don't play it now because I am older and I am too busy. What about you? Which games did you used to play when you were a child? So now, let's look at the grammar. How do we use used to? For positive sentences, first we need a subject. For example, I, you, he or she. Then we need used to, and then the base verb. For example, play, live or work. Not living, not lived, just live. Then we need the rest of the sentence. So in this example, the rest of the sentence is in Pakistan. This rule is the same for every subject, even he, she and it. There are no exceptions. For example, I used to live in London. I is the subject, then we have used to, and live is the base verb because it has no suffix. It is simply live. What about you? Where did you used to live? You could also say, she used to live in London. She is a subject, then we have used to, and live is the base verb again. Remember that there is no change in the verb for any subject, including he, she, or it. Here are some more. They used to smoke many years ago. They is the subject, plus used to, plus smoke, which is a base verb. The second sentence here again shows that the verb does not change when the subject is he, she, it, or a name. Mahmoud used to smoke, but now he doesn't. The base verb is the same, smoke, and used to is the same. It is only the subject that has changed. Now let's look at negative sentences. Again, we start with a subject, but then we need didn't used to. Then, like before, we need the base verb. Once again, there is no change, even when the subject is he, she, it, or a name. There are no exceptions to this rule. But just a quick grammar warning. Look carefully. There is an important change when using used to for negative sentences. Not only do we add didn't, but we also lose the D on used. Instead, we just have use. For example, he didn't used to wear glasses, but now he does. Here we have the subject, he, then didn't used to, and then the base verb, where. We didn't used to speak English, but now we can. The subject is we, then we have didn't used to, and then the base verb, speak. Finally, have a look at this one. As a child, he didn't used to like vegetables, but now he loves them. He is the subject, then we have didn't used to, and then there is the base verb, like. What about you? Did you used to like vegetables? Do you like them now? Now let's take a look at how to make questions using used to. This time we start with did. Then we need a subject, then used to, and then the base verb. For example, did you used to live in Iran? The meaning here is the same as earlier. It means, did you live in Iran in the past and not now? Remember, when making questions in this way, to lose the D on used and just say use. And again, this rule is the same for every subject, even he, she, it, or a name. There are no exceptions. The bottom corner of this picture shows you how you would answer these types of questions. You would use either yes, then the correct subject, and then did, or no, then the correct subject, and didn't. For example, did you used to live in Iran? Yes, I did, or no, I didn't. Did Abdul used to travel to school by bus? Yes, he did. You can see that in this question we have did, then the subject, Abdul, then used to, and then the base verb, travel. In the answer we have yes, plus the subject, he, and then did. Did she used to live with her sister? Again, in this question, we have did, then the subject, she, then used to, then the base verb, live. Now look at the answer. No, she didn't. She used to live with her brother. This is a better and more complex answer to the question than the one on the picture before. First, we have no, then the subject, she, and then didn't. But then there is also another positive sentence with used to after this. She is the subject, then used to, and then the base verb, live. This gives us more information and a clearer answer. So now, let's recap. What is used to for? Used to is for talking about repeated past actions. This means things that happened a lot in the past but don't happen now in the present. Whenever you use it, there is no change to the verb for any subject, including he, she, or it. We always use the base verb. When writing negative sentences with used to, we lose the D on used and just say didn't use to. And then, when making questions with used to, we need did, then the person or subject, and then use to. Remember that again here we lose the D on used and just say use to.